What's going on, good people? If you're looking to get your first wholesale deal or your next wholesale deal, or you're just a wholesaler that like to talk about real estate, well, you're in the right place. We're going to talk about what I got going on in wholesale real estate. I was a teacher, stopped teaching, started wholesaling real estate, uh, and grown this business to be a six-figure business over the last 4 years. So, man, we're gonna jump right in it, man, and talk about how you can get started, what I got going on, talk about some of the deals I got, give you all advice. And as you come in, like Mr. Ali did, go ahead and comment, man. Let me know where you're coming from, what you got going on. Yesterday, man, we talked to Ali, help Ali figure out what markets he ought to be targeting in North Carolina. If you missed that video about how to find your target market, um, you can go to yesterday's live and where I shared on the screen, went through Zillow to show people how to find their target market, and how to figure out if your market is an active enough market to get started. And I always tell people try to start in your market, right? That's where you want to start. But yeah, man. So we got Ali up in this thing. We got Rich. What's going on, Rich, man? We got Rich up in this thing. Shout out to all my people that's coming in on IG, and all my people in Facebook land, man. All my people in Facebook land. Uh, all my people in Facebook land that's watching, man. We appreciate y'all. But let's get to it, man. Speaking of Rich, man, we got this deal going on. And man, trying to get this deal to closing. Now we got probate issues. So we're gonna have to work through our probate issues to get this thing to close. Um, we got another deal in the contract that we're working on that's gonna be a short sale. So working on getting that one. Um, Working on submitting the documents to the bank so that the bank can approve the short sale so we can move forward and wholesale the short sale deal. That was gonna be interesting. But Rich said what's going on. Ali says, yo, Brian, I reached out to you. What's your number ending in no. That's not me, dude. Here go my number right here, Ali. You want to reach out, man. That's my number. By the way, Ali, man, I'm finna go ahead and jump into North Carolina and go ahead and get a deal, and then let you know it could have been yours. But I was messing around with it, man. But dude, I already told him, man, I really like North Carolina. Um, I think North Carolina is blowing up like crazy. But anyways, shout out to C-Bad, man, on IG coming through. Appreciate you. But yeah, Ali, that's my phone right there. Phone number right there. If you need it, hit me up. Make sure you announce yourself when you hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Don't just be messaging me and not announcing yourself. So announce yourself when you hit me up. Let me know who you are, man. Text me because like I get a lot of crazy calls from like, I do trucking and I do real estate. So I own property, so I'm getting cold calls from all kind of people. So make sure that you announce yourself when you reaching out. Ali said, I got you. No doubt, man. Yeah. Make sure you announce yourself, man, when you reach out so I know who you are, what you got going on. I know where you're coming from. Mobbing for money. What up, man? Mobbing for money. What's up, my people on IG coming in, man? Appreciate y'all for coming in. We should have Cordero coming in, strolling up in this thing. Them young bucks, man, they come strolling in, man. But Cordero should come strolling in. I wanted to go ahead and get this thing kicked off. So so we won't be on this thing too late past Ali bedtime. So Rich says that's a nice way to say it. I'm busy. Will said, hey, you stupid, man. Ali, you got this, buddy. Hey, no doubt, man, you got it. But yeah, man, nah, not that I'm busy. It's just that I don't answer all phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering that. You know what I'm saying? just because it's like I said, man, tons of people call me every single day. Most of it be garbage calls because it's like teams or some kind of cold call from real estate. People like Cordero that's cold calling. They gonna blow my phone up. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I try to keep the cold callers at bay. So I don't answer all my phone calls. But what's going on, man? Cordero probably ain't got done cold calling way too long ago. He get his
Yeah,
daily
yeah, I
cold
was.
in.
Yeah. I had when you told me you was going live, I was running, so I ran. I had to run back to the house to get
Yeah.
on to this. Before that, I was like, I usually cold call in the mornings just to get some prospecting done first thing. But I was like, I really wanted to get to it, so I wanted to do something in the um, in the afternoon. So I think the last couple hours of the day, I usually stop around 8 o'clock. Last couple hours of the day, I uh, I went on and did it. So I say that to say it's always a good time to do some cold calling, man. What was you talking about? You said keeping my bay, people be hitting you up about the different
Nah,
properties and stuff like
nah.
that.
Ali was saying he was trying to hit my phone, and I was telling him that, like, dude, I get a bunch of calls from people from trucking. Like most of
Um,
it from trucking. Like they trying to offer some type of service, something. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then I do still own a few properties, so I'm pretty sure some of the people might be calling me about these properties or something like that.
oh,
But
we know you own a few properties. We know how you getting down. Big
well, but anyway, so I'm like, shoot, I don't answer all these phone calls, so
yeah.
don't just be calling my phone like I'm just gonna pick up your phone call. Oh man, you didn't answer my call. Text me, let me know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's good practice for you, anyways. Somebody you call somebody, they don't answer, text them, call them back. You know what I'm saying? Text me, hey, this Ali, Byron, pick up, and then call me back. Oh shoot, that's Ali. Let me answer his phone. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Just good practice in general. Why would don't assume that like if you need to reach out to Byron and he can help take you to the next level, don't assume that he's gonna be at your whim and just answer the call because you called him. He got stuff. You see what I'm saying? He got stuff going on. It's just like if I was to call Grant Cardone or if I was to call Warren Buffett or Elon Musk, I'm not gonna be like, why he didn't answer the phone? I don't know your number. We don't know each other. You know what I mean? So that's such an important thing to keep in mind. Also, it gives you another point just as far as how you get into the mind of the seller. I say this all the time. You want to the bait the trap the super fish. You know what I mean? So basically, you want to be on the lookout and think like the person you're trying to contact. Byron wakes up, he's got multiple businesses to run. He's got a wife, he's got kids, he's got all of these different things going on. Consider that when you reach out to him, like, and this ain't no knock to nobody, but when you reach out, you're gonna call him and just be like, man, I'm gonna call him just because I want to call him. He should answer. No, you need to think. So when you reach out to him, hey Byron, I know you got a lot of things going on. This is Cordero. I just wanted to reach out and see if there is any opportunity I could bring you to help increase your marketing budget or help increase your acquisition or whatever. That get Byron's attention. If he's getting a bunch of people reaching out to him all at once, then you got to be able to add value and get him to see that to answer the phone. I'm just like, think what you got to say to break through.
No doubt, man. It's literally somebody calling me right now. I'm like, I'm not answering that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, what in the world? No, I'm not answering that. Uh, but no, man. So Rich says, I need a list of addresses you have in Fitch ready to sell. Meet with a guy this week trying to buy a home, preferably on the outskirts if possible. Shoot, man. We did have one person, but they own the property. I think they owe more than what the house is worth. You remember that one property, Cordero, that came in like way early on? It was this lady. She owed more than what the house was worth. It was already fixed up. She had bought it like maybe a year or two before, and so she ain't had no equity up in that mug, you know. But
That
but
sounds
yeah,
like 10 people I talked to today alone.
exactly, dude. Uh, but yeah, I think we might have something, but I don't know. Um, but definitely got some properties that you know that somebody can buy in Fitzgerald for
Yeah,
sure.
yes, sir.
Yep. But shoot, man. Let's see, my people on IG, Doc, man, my guy, Mr. Doc, coming through, man. Um, yeah, man, my people on IG coming through, and my people on Facebook coming through too, man. We got some people up in here tonight, man. Um, but shoot, man. So right now, man, we working on trying to figure out. Well, I got Ken deal with title issues. The making deal with title issues. uh, the land deal that we was closing on, it had title issues. So I'm like, dude, I got 3 deals, all with title issues, trying to get them to the closing table. So, man, just been working on those 3 title issues, and then obviously that short sale deal that we're gonna have to work through. So, a lot of deals we working through, man. A lot of deals they working through, trying to get them to the closing table.
Yeah.
Um, and then the darn rehabs, dude. Got dude, this is one rehab where the people left the house so stank that we tried to bleach the mug, we tried to bomb it, we tried to do everything. We tried to scrub the walls, and the smell still is relentless.
It's relentless. It's 10x.
Dude, the smell is 10x. So, dude, it's crazy, man. It's like, dude, we're gonna have to rip out the darn walls
Dude, it
to
might be up under that house, up under there. It got a cross space?
nah, it's a ranch. It's on the slab. It's brick. It's brick.
What does it smell like? What does it smell like? Like a dead body or like some
Smell like a dead body. Smell like just stink, just foam. I walked up in
maybe
that thing
it's
a
up in
few
the
times.
attic.
Yeah, I walked up in that thing a few times. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But I don't know, man. We're gonna figure this thing out. Uh, hey, Rich said it. Rich said it was rough for sure. It smelled like death. I think Rich been in that mug. Rich, I think, just threw a roof on that mug. So, um, man, we rehabbing a couple of houses. Rich actually is painting the house for me right now. So,
Oh, Rich, one of them, you're gonna do everything.
hey, putting Rich to work, man. Rich don't do everything, but he do some stuff. I'm putting him to work, man. Trying to put him to work. Um, so, but yeah, man. So got a lot of stuff going on, man. Got a lot of stuff going on the real estate side, trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, man. And that Florida deal that we working,
Yeah.
also, I mean, I guess you could add that to the title issues. The lady I talked to the lady today, and so she got the issue. Apparently, she went in foreclosure at some point after we went under contract. She was months behind on her mortgage payment, and come to find out, she says she signed some sort of agreement with a real estate company that if she sold her house, like they would give her $300 right then and there if she signed, but if she sold her house, she owed them some money.
Of course. Like that's a scam right there for sure. It's like, okay, we'll give you $300 to sign this paper right here, but then we probably gonna file a memorandum to make it where if you ever sell this, you gotta come see us.
I think that's what. Yeah, we gotta wait and see what come back, but I think that's what it is. I'm like, lady, you eating $300? They
Dude,
gonna owe them like $5,000 for 300.
Yeah, you know they're gonna sign for that 300. Hey, what kid tell you today? Black man, I need money, bro. I need some money, bro.
Yeah. My guy Ken, a seller that we've been working with, and I remember, and he's been very transparent with me. He's letting me know, just like, they don't know. I say this all the time. We're the professionals. The sellers that we work with, they're not. They're not real estate professionals. So they don't know better. So I was talking to him. I was like, man, I wish I could have did a better job just accepting responsibility and accountability. I wish I could have done a better job with letting you know that we was the real deal to begin with. He was like, yeah, man, I didn't know what I didn't know. And a real estate agent came and sold him a dream. Just quite honestly, quite frankly, hey man, we can get you a bill. We're gonna list it for this much, top dollar. And this, he fell for the real estate agent because he dangled a carrot in front of his face. And then he said, we're gonna list it for this. Listed it. Every person he brought, that real estate agent brought, fell through. Price cut. He's getting the Mike Tyson treatment. And he finally comes back and goes with us, a buyer that the real estate agent did not find for him. He could have found us and got paid directly. Now he ends up going with us, and now he's getting less money than he would have got because now he has to pay that real estate agent. See what I'm saying? And so I say that to say, it's just like, when you think, if any of you ever like reaching out to the seller and you think, dang, the offer I'm getting them ain't the best offer, they could always go with a real estate agent and get more than. No, it's not black and white like that. A lot of times, especially if the seller's in a situation, they need to move quick, their home is in as-is condition, meaning it's not fixed up, then it doesn't mean a real estate agent can get them the better option. So be sure to put that in mind at the forefront of your brain when you reach out to these people, when you call these people, when you follow up with them. Be relentless with following up because you're doing them a service. If you don't do them a service, then they could be getting janked around by somebody, by the way. Come to find out, I can't tell you how many times in this market, I think we done got a hold to a seller. By the time we get them, or they done been with real estate agents, they done dealt with this, that, and other investors and other wholesalers. And all of that, that was crazy. Oh, that was crazy. They done did all of that, but we're the only ones who's being honest and genuine with these people. Oh, and behold, real estate agents got a lot to say about, wholesalers, yada, yada, yada. But by the time they get to us, we're the only people that can provide some sellers with the right service that they need and provide them with value. So
we don't want to tell them the truth.
Only one, actually, by the way. So keep that in mind when you're doing this thing.
Yeah, it's scumbags out there, no matter if they're wholesalers or they're real estate agents. And a lot of you real estate agents be starving out this thing, man. They, you know what I'm saying? They tell these sellers they can get, like I had a deal with somebody I know, and man, they probably would sell for 300. But if, man, talk to a real estate agent, they said had a property sell for 265 and one sold for no. They sold for 300. The real estate agent told them, man, you got a property sold for 365 and another one sold for 340. And I'm like, dude, man, they gotta stop this stuff, man. They know this how they sell it for this much, man. It's not too far. It's like Mr. Free's house, right?
Yeah.
Not too far away from Mr. Free's house either. You know what I'm saying? It's about like Mr. Free's house. And they talking about some 365, 340. It's like, dude, that's not gonna happen. You need to stop it.
Unless that person that bought Mr. Free's house by this house, who, by the way, is now a motivated seller. Have you checked in on that property?
Do what?
Have you checked in on that property?
I need to check in. What was it? Cedar? Yeah, it is. Let's see how much they end up selling for. They end up selling for $299, but I guarantee there was a bunch of concessions going on out this mug.
And a bunch of rehab. They put some work into that property, brother.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna pull this up. Sell the home.
They end up walking away with probably like $35, I think.
Maybe if they didn't have to bring $35 to the table. So boom, you see this right here. They bought this mother for $225 and sold it, let's say for $300. So it's $75,000 in between it, right? It's $75,000 in between that. But when you put that realtor fee up in that mug, let's say the realtor gave them a discount. The realtor gonna take $15,000 of that. You know what I'm saying? So now you got $60,000 in the middle of all that. That sounds like a lot of money but if you didn't spend, you probably at least $40,000 rehabbing at minimum, probably 50, but let's just say 40. Let's be nice to them and say 40. So out of that 60,000, you spent 40 to rehab. You got 20,000 left now. But let's say the seller probably asked for like 10,000 in concessions.
No. 318 Cedar Creek Drive.
Yeah.
Go to realtor.com and pull it up. They got the pictures. Look at the picture right there that we
that's
see.
what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure they spent 50 up at that bug. Or
They
probably
spent
more.
50. They spent a good 5 off in that thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they spent more than that because let's pull up realtor. Let's pull up realtor.
I was like, I knew I remember seeing some pictures somewhere.
Yeah, they did some stuff.
Do you remember what it looked like before?
The outside wasn't even the same color, so they painted the outside too. Yeah, the outside was a different color. It looked like they got new windows, a new roof. Look like the garage is new. Yeah, dude. They did their thing on this one.
They did. No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
But they made it look good though. Look at can lights everywhere. Look like they put a new kitchen up in this thing. Do them new cabinets right there. Dude, they did their thing, man. They made this thing look good. They on HGTV with this thing. Look like that might be some little bit of quartz countertops, new sink, new faucet. Man, looking good up in here. Looking good, man. Yeah, dude. Yep. New vanities throughout the whole house. So yeah, man, I think they spent, dude, they probably spent 50. They probably did. Cause they went, I'm pretty sure they got all new windows. Look at that backlight. Unnecessary. They painted the outside. And let me tell you what killed them though. Let's say they only spent 40 on rehab. After paying the realtor fees and closing costs and all that stuff, they still only got 10,000 left. And you know what happened to that 10,000?
What's
Let
up?
me show you what happened to that 10,000 right there. If they had 10,000 left, let me show you what happened to that 10,000 right there. You see this right here? It sold when?
Oh yeah.
From the first, from January all the way to June. That's 5 payments right there.
Please explain, being the professional house flipper that you are, please explain to the people holding costs, what they do to the project, and how most people, well, not most people, a lot of people don't see those.
Well, unless they just had $225,000 just sitting around somewhere in a safe, they probably got some type of loan, some type of hard money, private money, something, right? Which probably some of that 10K got ate up with just getting the loan in general. And then 6 months or 5 months of paying those payments, that's gonna add up. That add up to be about $10,000 right there. Just making payments over time, that gonna eat up that 10. That's gone because you gonna make at least 15, $1,700, easy if it wasn't $2,000 a month, to make these payments on this 225,000. You know what I'm saying?
And what
I
strike me about
always calculate.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I always calculate the holding costs of those payments, not even just the payments though, the holding costs of setting up the utilities, maintaining the utilities, maintaining the yard, all of that stuff that over 6 months, boom, that junk start adding, dude. They lost.
I did get a security system or something to watch the house if it's somewhere not going to be.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's
stuff like that, dude. And what strikes me about you bring up a good point. What strikes me about these people, they don't seem too experienced. They seem like this might be first time flippers. They'd be so ecstatic to get a deal. They will overpay for the deal. They're overly optimistic. That's why you hear a lot of people talk about, oh, such and such lost their shirt back in these days, or they did because it didn't check out. They didn't know how to run their comps. And so instead of saying, I didn't know what I was doing and I made a mistake and I lost a lot of money, they would say, oh, real estate flipping don't work. And that's not it. But what strikes me about these people is that they're newer. I hardly doubt that they had private lenders. This was probably a hard money situation. And they got it the hard way. If I had to assume, so every bit of what you say, about 2,000 just on the money every month or close.
I would imagine on average, from the origination of the loan to the payments, all that stuff. You put that all together, you probably paid, at least 10,000 if you held it for 5 months, from the origination to we ain't even counting the closing costs of Mr. Freeze. You know what I'm saying? It's like you had to close out Mr. Freeze to begin with. That's a couple of thousand. They gonna knock that 10,000 down to about 8,000 something. Just to get Mr. Freeze out of the way. And then, the payments, the origination of what you got going on to get the money. It's like, man, these dudes are ready to let that go. They said, man, this is a potato. You see what they listed at 325. They think, man, we finna make. They probably thought, man, we finna make 30 right here. You know what I'm saying? And then when the payment kept coming in, boom, payment. But they started dropping that thing, drop.
Yeah, they were literally motivated sellers. What did it say in the listing?
Oh yeah, it's a motivated seller, dude. Look at that.
It says that.
Motivated seller. Huge price adjustment.
Listen,
motivated.
We've talked about this before. I want to point out another thing, just to give some of you guys encouragement when you're talking to these leads, right? In the process where they're still just leads and they're not under contract, they're not deals that you're working, not when they're actually a flip property that you're trying to flip, but when they're just leads and you're talking to them and they talking to you like, oh, well, my property's this and that. They're looking for a sucker. They're looking for you to be a chump, a straight up sucker, before they actually sell the house. I'm gonna need this much. I'm gonna need that much, buddy. I can't give you that, or else I'm gonna be in a hole. You coming to me, you're a motivated seller. You in a tough situation. If I pay what you trying to get me to pay, we just gonna swap places. Much less. Not only are we going to swap places, but it's going to be even worse than that. Because, can you still hear me? Okay, I didn't know if I was still in there. Much less it's going to be worse than that because I didn't get the house for what you paid for it, Mr. Seller. back in 2010 when you bought it for $39 in a bag of chips. And now you want me to pay what price up and blah, 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 blah. Mr. Seller, I can't pay that. So what I say that to say this, when you're on a call, you know what you can do. Calculate the numbers. Do the numbers. You need to know or get with a professional or spend some time running the numbers so you know what you can do on a given property. That's what you can do. Don't feel bad when a seller's like, oh, you can do 215, and the seller's like, I can't do no less than 275. Bye. Okay, bye. And keep it moving. And the seller come all the way down to 230. I said I could do 215, Mr. Seller, because otherwise I'm going to be in a situation, or my investors that I work with will end up in a situation where they're motivated sellers. Price cut, huge price adjustments. No, that's bad for business, Mr. Seller. I always let them know. We are investors. So full transparency, we are purchasing your property with the intention of making a profit. Whether we flip the property, whether we assign it, whether we keep it as a rental, whether we Airbnb it, or whether we list it. However, but we're trying to make a profit. So we have to purchase the property at a price point that makes sense for investment purposes. However, if we can do that, then what we're able to offer you is loads of accommodation, from buying the property as is. We can close quickly. We can pay all cash. There's no financing contingencies. And you don't have to pay any closing costs or fees, no real estate commissions, and things of that nature. So we make the process very easy, and we can be very accommodating for you, right? We can even offer you time after closing if you need that. And letting that seller know that that's the trade-off. It's just like, no, nobody's about to pay you full market value. I let them know that that's been working a lot. I let them know that very thing in the conversation, and it does help. But don't let a seller make you feel bad for not being a sucker.
Yeah, for sure, man. You cannot try to be a sucker. You cannot try to be a sucker. Bad as you want a deal to be a deal, man, it actually has to be a deal. You know what I'm saying? A deal has to be a deal. You can't, you can't force it, man. A deal has to be a deal. So Jesus Shuttlesworth on IG says, "What's going on? Good evening. What's up, man? What's going on, man?" But yeah, man, just trying to talk through this thing today, man. Actually, I was, talking about target market yesterday, right? How to find your target market. I was talking to Ali, because Ali is in North Carolina, talking to him about, okay, here's how you identify what's a good market, a market that you should go in to do deals. And we was just kind of looking through North Carolina and talking about 3 months of inventory and stuff like that. But shoot, I've seen a lot of people in the last few days. We've talked about PPL and pay per lead. I think some people might be getting a little bit confused, because I think some people think that they got to go on these pay per lead websites and they got to bid. They need to be the top bid to get these leads.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted to make sure that we know. Look, don't go on there and bid to be the top bid. You do not have to be the top bid to get a lead. You just need to, bid. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, I lower my tongue all the way down to the bottom and just kind of, let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Then, like, if I feel like I want to push it a little bit, in a certain area, I'll raise it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, needed something house fast. I said about 75. And now in certain areas, I may raise it up to 100. You know what I'm saying? I may raise it up to 125. Like on property leads, I got everything at 125. I never change it. It's always on 125. And I've gotten plenty of leads from property leads, and I left them all on 125. Never changed. So, obviously you can go and adjust, push it a little bit further, stuff like that. But dude, I would kind of set my stuff and kind of leave it alone on the low. And then if I want to push to get more leads, I would just, push it up a little bit in the areas I felt real good about. That's kind of how I would do it. But you don't have to be the top bid to get a deal. Get a lead.
Yeah, actually, I was just explaining that earlier. It was good that you point that out. But yeah, um, you don't have to be the top, but just obviously, it's a bidding service. So the point is, if you are the top, any lead, as opposed to, and I'll use it as contrast to help explain it better. For example, leads Zolo. All of the leads cost the same. It's not a bidding service. I pay the same as Byron. Byron pays the same as Grant Cardone, pays the same as Richard. It's a round robin. So if we're all in Fulton County, if a lead come in, they go to Byron. Then the second lead come in, go to me. Third lead go to Grant Cardone. The fourth lead go to Richard. The fifth lead go to Byron, and it goes in a round robin, right? When it's a bidding service, like property leads, need to sell my house fast. Obviously, the guy who pays the top bid gets all of the leads in that county until a couple things happen. Either his monthly budget runs out, or he pauses his campaign, maybe like at the end of the day. Let's say this is a guy with a huge office, and he's just like, I got a sales team and they work 9 to 5. After 5 or 6 o'clock, we're turning off the leads. They're not coming in because we got nobody in the office to hit them. So on and so forth. Or at the end of the month or on the weekends. It's like nobody's in the office on the weekends. We work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. So 6 to the rest of the night, they're coming to the people with the lower bids. On the weekends, they're coming to people with the lower bids. At the end of the month, when all of these guys' budget run out until they re-up for the following month, they're coming to the people with the lower bids. That might seem like the obvious, but I just want to explain that because that'll tell you where your advantage could be, because we really go for volume. It's the same quality of leads. It's just basically the higher your bid, you're paying for a different spot in the day. You're getting priority. But when those guys stop their bid, it's just like a lot of it comes to you. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to do that. But if you say, hey man, I got a team, I got an office, we got all of this, or like Byron says, like if it's a county you like, if it's Bedford County or Coffee County or Rutherford or Montgomery County, I might pay a little bit more for Montgomery County if I feel like I could, because I like Montgomery County. And I know that's where my infrastructure is at. So that way I can get a deal off. I can take the deal down. I can do a lot of different things with those deals. So you pay more, but keep that in mind. You can pay more, and there's a benefit to paying more. But in order to have success and in order to a deal, you don't have to.
Yeah, for sure. So Wyatt on IG says, Mr. Cordero, he didn't say this, but I'm asking you, what was your career, my friend, prior to wholesaling in real estate, in the real estate sector?
Oh man, I sold a lot of things before houses, but we're not going to talk about that. Before real estate, I was working in sales at Verizon Wireless, and I worked at T-Mobile. So I was in sales. And before that, I was working that factory life, that warehouse life. Y'all know what that's like. But when I was like 18 or 19, when I was like 19 years old, I think I got my first job in sales. And from there, because I knew I wanted to own a business. So that's why that's why I try to talk. I get better at talking to sellers because I've been doing it for a while. But on the flip side, you don't need to have a foundation of sales experience to be able to have success at this business, or even to just be good at talking to people. Because Byron's, what was your career before this, Mr. Scott?
Yeah, so Wyatt, I was a teacher, man, taught high school for about 13 years, man, teaching Cordero and all his peers, But anyways, yeah, I was a teacher, man, and I wasn't doing no sales. I wasn't doing none of that. You know, I was teaching, cutting grass, doing Uber Eats, Instacart, delivering pizzas,
Oh,
whatever I could do to make some extra money.
I was there doing that too.
Calling football games, calling baseball games,
But
calling
you was the ref.
basketball games.
What
Yeah.
you been calling? You was the ref.
Yeah, I was a rep. Hey, throwing flags. I would never throw no flag, man. Hey, kid went out there, got hit so hard. The coach ran up behind me. You gotta throw a flag. You gotta throw a flag.
Yeah, you
Dude,
may be
kid, I get
in your
the head
car.
knocked off. Hey, kid, get out of here, head knocked off. I'm just sitting there. Hey, I ain't throwing no flags, man. Only way I'm throwing flags, somebody egregiously jump outside. I throw a flag out there.
Yes, it. Just for offsides.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, if somebody jump way over the line, you know what I'm saying? It's obvious to everybody. You know, you got to throw your flag in. You know what I'm saying? Anything else, I ain't calling no holding. I ain't calling no illegal
no
hits.
holding.
I ain't
Come
calling no
on.
flipping. I ain't calling. It got to be an egregious face man where you turn in the joker head on the face man. Other than that, we playing football. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you right now. Watch yourself going back to your car. And check for any tails, because if we lose the game and you ain't call that one holding call,
Gotta come see you.
yeah, we're gonna holler at you. We're gonna see about that.
Sure, no, we ain't doing no flags, man. Nope. But why it says the men who let the process build them are the ones that know what it takes. Man, that's a saying, ain't it? But anyway, so Jesus Sutherland says, so my question about PPL leads is, are you paying for each individual lead itself or just a fee for a few leads? So you're paying for each individual leads. It's pay per lead. So you're gonna pay for each individual lead that come in. You know what I'm saying? You set your bid on most sites. You are setting your bid, so you bid however much it is that you think want to bid on the different counties. They have it listed by county. Most of the time, you set your bid for whatever county, and then if a lead come in that county, if it goes to you, then they charge you your bid amount. You know what I'm saying? Boom. And then if another lead come in, they'll do the same thing for that lead, right? So that's kind of how it works, man. You pay for each individual lead.
Yeah, it's titular. It's pay per lead, so it isn't a title. But that is a good question, and I'm glad we're able to clarify that. Ali, don't even give me PTSD flashbacks, man. I wouldn't listen. I got one sack one time. I wasn't the man when it came to football. I just didn't have the spatial awareness on the field. But there was a couple of times, bro. I'm like, bro, you could have called that. You could have called that, bro. You could have called that. And it was a Byron type dude. It was a Byron type. Hey, you know how you and two other friends, and you arguing with one of your other friends. You ask that one third guy, hey, bro, which one? And you right. You know you right. You ask the third guy, hey, bro, tell who right. He like, I ain't getting in it, bro. Can't stand that guy. I can't stand that guy, bro. You could have cut it all out right there.
I'm letting them play. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting them play, dude. I'm letting them play. So, Rick says, "Do you guys have a goal money wise? You trying to make on every deal? What's your goal, Cordero, that you try to make on every deal?
Trying to make on every deal $1 million per deal, no question about it.
How to do $1 million?
Built with inflation, $1 billion. As much as I can, man. But no, I would really like to be at 10, but I've done a deal for like $300 before. You know what I mean? So one thing I just say that to say, because that is a very good question, Richard. Don't let nothing, don't leave nothing on the table. If it's a deal and it's only for like $500 and you're like, man, I really want to get 10 on each deal, don't be like, I'm too good to put this time in for $500. Don't do that. I've been there. There's a couple deals I was like, and I'm looking back like, dude, I could have bought 2 more PPL leads. You know what I mean? It's just like I could have bought more leads with that. And so that was early on, when I was just, but so I would like to do 15 per deal. Ideally, I would love to do 15 per deal. But if it's 10, am I going to say no? If it's 5, am I going to say no? No, I'm not.
Yeah. So my goal has been 15K on every deal. You know what I'm saying? That's been my goal. I just said it. You know what I'm saying? I just said it, like literally. I just
and you
said
set your intentions.
Yeah. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, man, on a lot of these deals, it's getting to be about 15. You know what I'm saying? So, I see that, I look back at some of the numbers and like, okay, that was close to 15, and that one was close to 15, and then that one was close to 15, and then, you know what I'm saying? I started seeing more deals closer to my intention. You know what I'm saying? Once you just change your mind and be like, man, because at one point I was just whatever, it didn't matter at all. No intention. Not that I wouldn't do a deal for $10, I would, but my intention was nowhere. It's like I wasn't even trying to do anything. But then I changed it to 10. When I changed it to 10, I was like, my deal size increased. And then I started thinking 15. And then now that I look back, I'm like, okay, I see my deal size is, what I'm saying, it's been around that number. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shoot, I about need to go on to 20. You know what I'm saying? About need to go on to 20, man. Because once you set that intention to 20, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I about need to go on to 20.
Yeah. And to the point, it's not just about, we're not talking about doing no vision boards. We're not talking about name it, claim it, touch it, say it, and then it just happened miraculously. What I mean when I say you set your intentions, then you start doing things gradually throughout the deal. You start taking more liberty, more risk, or just in general, more liberty to get to where you go, because that's the expectation you have for yourself, right? And so you might be willing to stand a little bit more firm with the seller in conversation and negotiation, or if need be, go talk them down and be willing to ask that second or third time, ask the buyer, is there any way we can come up? Can we come up a little bit? Or it might manifest itself in a way where now we're doing extra stuff on our dispositions from our dispositions goals. Now I'm going to go ahead and list the property. You know what I mean? As opposed to just going to, which just made me think about that Winder property. But now I'm going to list it because now I can get more eyes on it, and the more eyes on it, the better, the more likely I'm going to get a bigger, larger offer, a bigger spread on it. So what I mean is, when you set your intentions, I need to get 15. As before, you might just settle for the first thing that come to you. When you set your intentions, you might like, okay, let me hold out a little bit because I got my intentions on 15, and that helps you make all your decisions. So it is very good to have like, hey, I'm going to set this minimum, because then it'll start to dictate every little thing you do throughout the transaction when it comes to acquisition and disposition, right? And so the more you do that, the better you get at raising that up and just doing better things. I think even the practice of us going PPL and us saying we need inbound leads or more motivated sellers derived from saying we need to increase what we're doing per lead, per deal. Is like that was a out of necessity sort of situation where it was like we need to get better leads, because some places it's just like every so often you get a certain type of lead that's only like a 5K deal, 5K, 5K. It's just like, nah, we need more than that for the time. So that's what I mean by when you set your intentions, everything, every little action that you do follows and will put you in position to get that 15, 20, 30, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's all about that intention, and I don't know why I heard that. Might have been Sean Terry because he was talking about that. It's like, dude, you know, he was talking about your goals, setting these goals on how much you want to make. It's like, dude, just set your intention on these different leads to be, when you intend to make 10, if you do 10 deals, you made 100,000. Well, you set your intention for 20, you make 20 on 10 deals, you just doubled your income. Just because you set your attention, you aim for a different, goal, and so that deal size, man, will increase with your intention. Like Cordero was saying, you'll do stuff throughout the deal where you'll end up getting closer to what you intend to make. Right. So it definitely worked, man.
Yeah, we even got, speaking of that, it's just like we got a guy like Dwayne. He was saying like he wants to do 30K. 30K. I can't, I'm thinking like which came first, chicken or the egg sort of situation. But it's just like out of doing this, he started to do just novations because he was just like, how can I go from doing 15K per deal to doing 30K? The way to do that is to novate them or list them, because he doesn't necessarily do novations. But my point is, when you set your intentions, then your business practice starts to change. That's what I mean by that. Other than just saying, "Oh, name it and claim it," because you could just say, "Oh, I want to get this." It's not going to change. Like, okay, for example, I want to say this: if I legitimately wanted to do $1 million per deal, what are some things that I would need to change about like my day to day, my business practices to actually do that? Well, for one, I probably wouldn't be doing single family. I would probably need to switch to commercial. For two, I would probably need to be acquiring deals and, thinking about long term, how can I renovate larger multifamily apartment complexes and rehab them on a larger scale. And I'm thinking longer term. I'm setting my expectations for that. How can I dispo these deals? So on. I would need to get the team in place to do all of that, so on and so forth. I would need the capital to do all of that, so on and so forth. I'm just giving an example of what it looks like to set your intention and how really it's possible.
Dude, it's definitely possible, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely possible. But yeah, man, I think if you set your intentions, man, and you follow after them, and just, dude, that's the same thing with most of the stuff that we do.
Ooh,
You set your intentions to do those things, and that it just, you're more likely to do it, man. So you just gotta set your intentions, take action, and a lot of times, a lot of other stuff start to fall in place for you because of that. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, man. Hey, Richard just asked a really good question, man.
All right, let's see what Rich got. So Rich says, Byron, why don't you put signs that you buy houses outside of your rehab? I don't know, man. I kind of thought about that, but I just hadn't done it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a
You know what I'm saying?
small thing. It's just like that'll bring wholesalers in. That'll bring other people in the neighborhood. Like, oh, dang! Think about a distressed seller across the street from a house you flip.
Or even just a sign. You know what I'm saying? If I created a sign like open door be doing, I thought about that too. You know what I'm saying? Even, a sign like open door, put a nice sign, stick it in the front yard. It's like, oh man, it's those people again. You know what I'm saying? Those people again, those people again.
Exactly.
That way, when they might go on the website, hit the thing, you call and say, hey, this is open resident. They're like, oh, look, people with that sign that be, in them yards. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly the point.
Yeah.
I think that's the point because it's like it's tenfold. It's like just being known and establishing a brand, but also like direct. a direct response. I like the way you do business. Look how Richard came through, bro. I like the way Richard do business. You know what I mean? Richard just said, just hey, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm telling you
Done.
now.
Rich said done. CJ, man. CJ got a new cut, man. What's going on, CJ, man? We got to hit you up, CJ, man. We got some stuff that we're trying to get done. I need to hit you up. So yeah, CJ, man, appreciate you for coming through for sure. But yeah, man, I do need to put some signs out. But I'm like, man, I want to put some like open door signs out. You know what I'm saying? A little, with the nice little, with a little thing you kind of hang on there. It has a little, yeah. I want it to be like an open door sign. So yeah, Rich, if you look up the signs the open door put outside in the yard and see where we need to go to get something like that put together. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely get multiple of those and hang them out outside all these rehabs, man, because
I mean, it's the same thing. The same place you could go get the bandit signs. It's just not bandit signs. They call them something else. That was an excellent idea, by the way, Richard. Excellent idea.
Yeah, I think me and Cordero may have talked about that before. Even I think we mentioned that we was talking about open door, this, that, and the third. But Cordero comes up with a zillion good ideas every day, man. And so you know what I'm saying. You got to try to catch a few of them. He just throw them out of the air, man. He just be throwing them ideas out there. You just gotta hold on. Let me get that idea.
Yeah, dude. Whatever you do, if you like that and you come up with an idea, make sure you take action on at least one of them. Sometimes it's not what you decide, it's that you decide. And that is the most important. For
sure. I feel if they see a sign everywhere you buying areas, they might have more trust in you from the beginning. No doubt. That's what I was saying. If they see these signs, and then you call them up and that's who you are, it's like, hold on, you don't people that. And Cordero's even Cordero going a little bit too far, Richard. He talking some Byron, man, you should have billboards all over the place, man. You should have some billboards. The Cordero will be up on the billboard. Rich, he want me up on over there by the 4-way stop. You know what I'm saying? When you coming in the Fitzgerald, he want me right there on Ben Hill Drive on the billboard right there on Ben Hill Drive. That's what Cordero want me at.
Rich, all you need is one billboard. One billboard down in South Georgia and little tiny South Georgia town. And he turn off. You see this dude, and then this dude talking about, hey, they gonna see you every day. I mean, I'm talking about this is one dude in Nashville where it's like three good. It's one like real estate dude. Then there's Mark Spain, but he's not like in the heart of Nashville. And we got Bart Durham. If you from Nashville, you know Bart Durham. Bart Durham. You know Bart Durham, and you know the most latest and most recent billboard that you seen Bart Durham. The boy looked like Michael Jackson. He's like 90 years old now. He getting bread, and he didn't got some work done, I'm guessing. But shout out to Bart Durham. That's Nashville. He got a lot of in Shelbyville. You need one. You need one right there coming into town by the Walmart. Bow. And you go knock on their door. Hey, I was just calling about you. You the guy on the billboard. No, it's over with. One. They see your face. You ain't got to argue. We ain't got to sell. If I get a lead from Fitzgerald, I'm like, yeah, you know the black man on the billboard? Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah. No, I know him personally. Trust me. He's a real person. You said he refereed one of your kids' football games. Let me call you back. If they find out about the referee situation.
Yeah, a lot of overhead, but in the right area, it worked. I don't know about Baby Hill, but it's a
One.
good idea.
I'm telling you, one anywhere else ain't gonna cut it. If you go near Fulton, something like that, you're gonna need like a lot of them. But one, that's
Oh,
what
dang, Rick.
you know what I told you
They,
that though.
they only $350 a month. Dang. I might need to get a billboard. Hey, what I'm gonna do is though, I'm gonna put Cordero. I'm gonna put Cordero picture on the billboard. See, the people in Fisher will never see him ever in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'll put him on the billboard with open resi, and then you know, it'll just be him. They're like,
I
man, I
got
never
you.
see that dude. And then we'll be
You
like,
said,
hey, you know the dude open resi? Yeah, that me.
I got you. You know I come up with the ideas, right? I'm the ideas.
Yeah.
We're putting Richard on the billboard. That's it. At the end of the day, Richard with a suit on. With a suit on.
Put Rich on the billboard
Hey,
with a suit
we
on,
need
man.
all three of us on the billboard, like the Death Row cover where they had the all black on, and you could just see they, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, the
Because
Death
he
Row
look like
cover.
a JC Penney model.
Come
They
on,
think they're like a JC Penney model out this
dude, come on, man. I ain't even
Hey, what we're gonna
telling
do
you.
is we're gonna put Cordero and Rich back to back. They're gonna be like this right here. Turn back to back.
Like the
Tag
cover,
team, man. Hey, tag team.
because Richard will show up. Do you need to sell your house? Do you need your cell phone bill paid? Call Open because you're back hurting. You can't get groceries. You need to sell your house, but you can't afford the groceries. Call Open Resi. We'll buy your groceries. We'll even cook dinner for you.
Dude, I think Ali man asked a question. Hold on, let's get to a couple of these questions. So Ali said, outside of PPL, are you doing any other marketing environment? I am actually cold calling probates and texting just target markets that I like. You know what I'm saying? So I am cold calling, texting, and then mainly PPL. Let's go to IG because some people go on this up on IG. On IG, Jesus Shuttleworth says, what are some ways y'all acquire your first deal when you start now? We talked about this the other day, right? And Cordero, a couple of months ago, we was talking about it, and I was like, man, I don't know, because I had started PPL, and I was like, man, this is so different. You know what I'm saying? Than prospecting, right? The inbound leads were so different than the outbound leads. And I was like, man, I don't know. I get somebody to start with PPL. And Cordero's thinking, no way, because that person don't have experience. But I it's the correct word, prefaced. I prefaced this. I don't know if I'm using that word right. Cordero gonna have to let me know. But I prefaced it with saying, hey, this person is going to need to connect with somebody that has experience. You know what I'm saying? Connect with somebody who's done some deals, who has some type of experience, and that is the best way to get started. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would tell somebody that's trying to get started how to get started. If you don't want to go that route, I would say start cold calling. You know what I'm saying? 4 hours a day, start cold calling, get you a niche list. Probate, pre-foreclosure, divorce, code violations. One of those lists, go find it from your county. Water shut off. One of those lists, go find it from the water department, probate court, magistrate court, eviction list. I don't know. I guess you can go to the divorce court and get some names and whatever. But if I wasn't doing PPL, I would try to do cold calling if I was trying to get started. Here go another. I'm just trying to run through these comments real quick. Meaning when your budget wasn't what it is now, getting leads, etc. Dude, I was delivering pizzas at Papa John's, and I'm guessing I at least was making, maybe like close to $15 an hour, right? Delivering the pizzas. So if I work 4 hours, I'm making 60. So if I work 5 hours, I was making $75 a day. I'm putting money, and I work more than that most of the times. Usually you work probably about 6 hours or so. But I'm putting money into. I'm working at Papa John's and throwing that money straight into the market. You know what I'm saying? Like I would go to Need to Sell My House Fast, buy $75 leads, and just whatever I can buy. I'm buying as many I can buy. You know what I'm saying? How fast can you make $75? If it takes you 3 days to make $75, put it in there, buy a lead. 3 more days, put it in there, buy another lead. 3 more. Every 3 days, I make $75, throw it in there and buy a lead. You know what I'm saying? And what you have to make it each day for 3 days, I don't know. Can you make $30 a day on the side? Surely, right? How many Uber Eats deliveries does it take to make $30? 2, 3? You know what I'm saying? You can make $30 in 2 hours. Doing, Instacart, you can make $30 in about 2 hours. You make 2 deliveries, you probably make close to about $30. And you on your way. You do that every day. So that's what I would do, man. I don't know. I'm of the mindset of if I don't have the money, that is the way. You have to attack your problems. You know what I'm saying? You don't sit there and say, "Oh, I just got a problem. I can't do this." No, dude, you have to attack the problem. You have to go after the problem. Whatever stands in the way becomes the way. You know what I'm saying? It's as important to defeat the obstacle as it is to actually get your first deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You focus on how to get my first deal. How do I get the first deal? No. How do you defeat the obstacle that's right there in your way? You know what I'm saying? And then if you can defeat that obstacle, then that's when you can move on and figure out how to actually do the deal. You know what I'm saying? So don't get me started on the money deal, dude, because I've been there. I guess that's why I get so fired up, because I cut the grass. I called the games. I did Instacart, Uber Eats, Papa John's. I done it. You know what I'm saying? I've done it, man. I've done it. I've been there. I work overtime. I'm working delivering pizzas at 11:30 at night, getting stuck in ditches, dude. I've been there, dude. I drove up on trailers, Confederate flags everywhere, Trump flags everywhere, Confederates delivering pizzas to the Confederates. You know what I'm saying? Out there on the Alabama line, man. I've been there, dude. Like, dude, go get the money.
Yeah. Don't let I don't have money or any problem, any obstacle be the excuse or the reason why you don't go get it, because that almost assume or that implies that for me to make it, for Byron to make it, for anybody to go from nothing to something, we had to have a clear path or a clear lane with no obstacles that we had to hurdle over and jump over and go underneath and swim through and climb around and nah. So don't use that as a crutch to lean on, because I've been there. Honestly, you could do that for a long time and just say, hey, I can't make it because this, I don't got the money, I don't got this or whatever. But you got to understand that the basic principle of business is solving problems, right? You create a business which solves a problem or fulfills a need for a massive amount of people. The more people you can touch, the more people you can fulfill a need for, and solve a problem for, the larger your business grows. How are you going to solve problems for the masses of people if you can't first solve your own problems? Right? If you can't solve that one problem first by getting a couple, in the grand scheme of thing, a couple dollars to buy some leads. So, and it's not even just about not having money. You don't, Grant Cardone says you don't have a energy shortage, a how many times you can make calls shortage, a how many people you can contact shortage. You have a money shortage. So you do have the money shortage, but you can go hustle, and you can go call people, and you can go reach out to people and contact people, and you can go deliver pizzas, right? When normally you're like, man, I need to be asleep right now. I need to be chilling right now. Well, you could make a couple sacrifices. You know what I mean? So don't lean on the crutch. Don't use that, because what that will do, it'll make you feel justified in the meantime, but in the overall grand scheme of it, it will not get you to where you want to go. And that's why we had a series where we was doing against all odds, because the point was the obstacle is a way. And there are going to be numerous odds. There are going to be numerous odds stacked up against you, not working in your favor, that you got to hurdle over. Then imagine when you buy the leads, then you get all the leads, and then all of them got title issues you got to deal with. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that's not something that, to get to your first deal, to get to your 100th deal, to your 1,000th deal. It's about being able to solve other people's problems and solve your own problems. So learn the process of going through that will strengthen you and fortify your ability to do that. So consider that. Go get the money. But another way I would say, because one thing, Byron's giving advice on how to go from your no deals to having a machine that can crank out deals for you consistently. If you notice what Byron's saying, every time he gives advice, it's not just how to get one deal and that's the end of the story. He's telling you how to get from 0 deals to something that's already systematized and automated. So how to get to your first deal could be as simple as just going through the phone that you already have, the contacts that you already have. You don't have to buy any new leads, and just hitting everybody up and letting them know what you do. And say, here, this is a problem. This is what I'm doing. This is a problem I solve. And it can be as simple as hitting them all up and following up with them consistently. Before you spend any money on PPL or buy a dialer or buy some new contacts, skip trace anybody, you already got contacts. Go to your Facebook or to your IG or to your Twitter or your TikTok and hit everybody. Hey, this is what I do. How many posts do you have? That's something that I got to work on. It's just like post more, tell people more about it, what you do. So at the end of the day, it's just like, to get to your first deal, it can be very simple. It's just a matter of taking action and getting rid of but this, but that, but this, but that, but this, but that. Because the buts is always going to be there.
You got that right. Always. So Jesus Shuttleworth on IG says, man, that's 2 sessions. Y'all making death row references. Y'all got to get some shirts, man. I don't know about that, man. We about need to, we don't want Suge Knight coming after us. But are you still open to us connecting with you? Yeah, dude, you can reach out, connect with me, D-Lo Tank, man. Reach out, connect with me. We actually got, I think we got 2 slots left for that first deal guarantee. If somebody haven't already took it, we had 2 slots left before we got on this live for the first deal guarantee, man. Where you sign up, you got to pay to sign up. Bless you. But you pay to sign up, right? You sign up, you buy 20 leads. Leads cost about $75 to $125, somewhere in between that. Obviously, you could bid more, be more aggressive. But $75 to $125, all you really need to spend for these leads. You buy 20 leads, we guarantee you we're gonna put all of our resources in to work your leads, just like work hours, and close the deals. You know what I'm saying? And we guarantee that you will get your first deal or you get your money back. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So we will support you. We'll talk to you along the way. You'll actually be able to call me and I'll talk to you, This ain't no, we ain't no Grant Cardone or nobody, none of the big time people that you show up and you talking to CJ. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even talking to me and Cordero. You talking to CJ. You talking to, you
Uh,
know, random people.
he said CJ.
Yeah.
We talking
You talking
Byron's.
to Shami. You talking to Shami the whole time. You don't even ever get to us. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
he does. You talking to Byron, the dude that cut Byron's grass or something like that. Hey,
Dude, it's like, dude, it ain't that situation, man. You'll actually talk to me. You know,
yeah,
you actually deal with Cordell like we real.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, we don't do that kind of stuff. So
And that's why, again, it's only 5 spots. I mean, we can only offer that premier hands-on experience with so many people. That's why, we're not saying, hey, everybody, all hands on deck. It's just like we want to be able to offer this direct, focused guarantee that we can guarantee that we get you to what you want to do, and guarantee that we can get you to that deal and help change things for you. And so I think I believe, considering if you go out there, ain't too many places you're gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we can guarantee that this can happen. Show me. Show me somebody else. With Pace Morby got one. I've tried, by the way, I've tried the Pace Morby's thing, a couple other people. I guarantee you right now, if you sign up for Jerry Norton, you might not never talk to Jerry Norton. Ever.
yeah.
I don't know if that's it. Sometimes I comment on his videos and somebody responds back. I don't know if that's Jerry Norton responding back. It's probably just CJ.
It probably is, but probably is CJ.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. So let's go through some more of these comments over here. OT schedule is OT scheduled this Saturday. I'm on it, no doubt, man. Go get that overtime, man. You know what I'm saying? And no way you gonna let money stand in your way. That's the last thing you need to let stand in your way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's out there. You know what I'm saying? You can go get that. You know. Let me see if my junk go out. My junk died out this mug. Let me
Where
change
you
my junk.
going?
Dude, we done went way over out this mug.
Oh yeah, we
Boom.
done went way over. You guys get turned
My
up in the middle
laptop.
of the night. See, that's the problem now. Y'all need to be asleep. That's y'all problem now.
Dude, there's that. You stupid, man. Hey, what I told you, man. Jokers be up. Like I used to be up, just looking, trying to figure out a way to get out of the darn situation. You know what I'm saying?
And then they
Like
work.
hard to freaking sleep. You know what I'm saying? Dude, been at work all day. Now I'm up. Like, dude, man, I gotta get out of this, man. I gotta figure out a way. I'm looking around. I'm like, dude, I'm listening to people. I'm listening to everybody, trying to figure out a way. You know what I'm saying? So I feel them on that for sure. So somebody said wholesaling is a service that people need in the business of solving problems. Yes, sir. No doubt, man.
Exactly.
People need the service, man. And we position ourselves as service providers. So how much does the program cost? The program actually costs $1,000. But if you hit me up, DM me, I'll give you a discount. I've been giving people a discount, but this round is gonna happen, right? And we finna hit people with some deals, and we're gonna be sharing like, hey, look, we got this person a deal, and we're gonna let you talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And let you know how it went down. And the next round will come, and it's like, I don't know if it's gonna be that same price. Because we put too much money in people's pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm looking at Jaden, like, how much money Jaden about to make? Jaden about to come up on, you know what I'm saying, $10,000. And Jaden came up on $10,000 and he ain't paid a dime. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Jaden about to leave, man. Jaden made the sacrifices. Jaden made the contacts and the connection. Jaden reached out. You know what
no
I mean?
doubt. But I'm just saying,
This
like,
what No, you got an excellent point, Byron. It's like this, like you said, wholesaling is a service that people need. This that we're offering is a service to help
Yeah,
boost you up. Like this is the rocket fuel. This is the booster pack. This is that
exactly.
NOS to
I'm just
help.
I'm just saying versus what you put in and what you get out is two different things. Now, if somebody said, "Look, man, I'm going to teach you how to start a business that can make you 6 to 7 figures every year." Okay, how much you going to charge me? That's what you asking. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And not only that, not only I'm going to teach you, I'm going to make sure it starts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I'm going to make sure that business start for you or you get your money back. You know what I'm saying? Like woo, woo. That's some heat right there, dude. That's some show enough heat. But Jesus Serta will say, "I'm on the clock." Hey, stay on the clock, man. Got to
What?
figure out a way. The 5 years in law enforcement, and I need out. He said, "I feel that. I feel you, man. I feel you, man. I served 13 years of teaching, man. Served my time, and then got on up out of there. So, hey, but you got a shot, man. We got, like I said, 2 spots left. We'll see who goes snatch it up." So Greg says, just signing up for the 90. Oh, dang. Oh, Greg. Yeah. I think Greg already signed up. Yeah. Greg, I think he already signed up. I was going to say Greg then took one of them 2 spots. I think Greg had already signed up. He signed up for the 90-day program. Can't wait to work with y'all boys. No doubt, Greg. I'm going to send you. I'm going to send out this link to the Facebook group so that you could jump in this thing, man. And we're going to get everything set up. Sunday, though, at 6, we'll set your stuff up. And, man, we'll be rolling, man. Once we set that thing up, it's a go. You know what I'm saying? We'll let you know exactly how everything going to go. Sunday at 6, I'm going to send you a link. It's going to be like a little Zoom, but it won't be on Zoom. It'll be something like this, but you'll be able to have your face on the screen, too, with us. And we'll talk. We'll give y'all contact information. You'll be able to talk to us. We'll be, chopping it up, man, and making sure you know exactly how this thing gonna go, and we're gonna roll with it, man.
Yeah, welcome to Death Row Group.
Jesus Shuttleworth,
Yeah,
he signed up too. He signed up last night, so Jesus Shuttleworth, same deal, man. We gonna get you on it, dude. Hey, I tell you what, y'all people that signing up, do what that.
We got Ray Allen coming in the.
Hey, we got Ray coming through. But I tell you what, like I tell people, you better be careful signing up for stuff like this. You gonna mess around and be out of your job. You know what I'm saying? It's like I started this. I never thought that, man, I'm not gonna be teaching no more stuff. I never thought I wasn't gonna be teaching no more, like for real, But mess around and got my first deal, things started happening. It's like, whoop, no more teaching. Yep, you up out of this thing. So just saying, man, better be careful.
Tell you, Byron, I bought the course today. Definitely a steal at $10. I feel like I need to sow more in you for all that value. Don't got the mentorship funds. You got to pay. I got to pay a $30 billion mortgage. Bless y'all. Mortgage, John.
Dude, sound like you can afford not to.
Keep it real.
Dude, not afford to. You sound like you can't afford not to.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. And again, I'll preface it this: with us or not with us. Not even talking about the 90-day program. I'm talking about put you some money together to get some leads and stay consistent on watching our videos and go out there and make a difference or even just reach out to me. Like, you can still reach out to us, man. Hit me up on IG. You know what I'm saying? Just ask me whatever questions, or Byron whatever questions. Because if you got 3K mortgage, I'm assuming you got a family, and you're not just chilling in that type of house by yourself. You probably got a job, and so you got expenses. Your life has overhead with it already. Spend some money on some leads and get you something to change your life. You can't afford not to. Otherwise, what else you gonna do? Keep doing what you've been doing? You know what that tastes like. You know what that feels like. You know what it feels like to have to be. I don't want to speak to your situation. I don't know your entire situation just by this. But when you say 3K mortgage, that in today's economy with inflation, if you got a regular 9 to 5, even if you making decent money, it's just like that's where you're going. And it's a limit to what you're, if you watching this in the middle of the night, your potential is greater than that. That 3K mortgage could be a 5K mortgage, and it wouldn't be sweat off your back. You could change it if you wanted to. It's just like I would imagine that, and I say this all the time, everybody who's watching this at this hour, I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say your potential is far greater than what you're doing now. Even Byron's potential is far greater than what we're doing right now. And so when Byron said you can't afford not to, yeah, true. You can't afford not to make those sacrifices and take those risks. You can change the landscape.
I'm telling you, dude, because, dude, I remember a time where it was like like somebody said $5,000. Are you kidding me? Like, I could not come up with that. You know what I'm saying? I could not come up with no $5,000. Are you kidding me? At one time, dude, it wasn't gonna happen. But it's like he said, it changes. Like, this is, I keep telling people, this is not Uber Eats. This is not Instacart. This is not, I don't know how much people get paid on Amazon Flex, but it ain't no darn Amazon Flex. This ain't even trucking. Dude, this is real estate, man. Like, I say that because it's explosive. You know, yeah, you can get your first deal the next 90 days, but you could start making, a couple of deals here and there, maybe average 10K a month. You could mess around and get 20K a month. Dude, you be somebody that, like some of y'all real bright. You know what I'm saying? You real bright. You got real skills. Yeah. You can really do this. And, you could be another Carita sitting out here that's like, shoot. You gonna turn around and you next thing you know, you're making 50K a month. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I didn't go into this thing and I'm making 100 grand a month. You just start putting your head down and start running, following, doing stuff. Next thing you know, you look up like, hold on, man, how much I just made? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, that's a good point. It's like that's what I mean when I say it's just like some of y'all potential is like, if you watching this, if you can, first of all, dude, a couple things. If you had a 3K mortgage, that means that a lender trusted you to lend you money. You got a house. I would assume that tells me you're a productive member of society. This thing is simple. It's not easy, but this thing is simple for somebody who can do what you've already done. Definitely right on everything, Cordero. Only income in the house, trucking owner, operator, ready to make a change, tired of scraping the bottom. Dude, you got it. You got everything you need to be able to do this because you if you're the owner operator, Byron would know more about this, but I would assume he's doing his own dispatch, or maybe you got somebody doing the dispatch. But he's capable of communicating. He's capable of going out there and doing a lot, dude. So you probably got
he done put some stuff together.
Yeah, and you probably got some wiggle rooms, even if you got maybe to accept a couple more orders, or how they get with the regulations and stuff like that. But you can
make up more room.
Where you at? You can put yourself.
Yeah, probably. I would imagine maybe depending on the circumstance. But I can tell you this: you can make more money. You know what I'm saying? Somehow, some way, if money standing in your way, you can knock that down for sure, man. It's like you can't let money stay. Like, dude, if money standing in the way of me and my kids, the money problem got to be solved. You know what I'm saying? That if money standing in the way in the way of me spending time with my family, the money problem got to be solved. If money is standing in the way of my kids being able to do this, that, I got to solve the money problem. You know what I'm saying? The obstacle is the way. So you got to make sure you're doing that. But shoot, man, we've been on this thing an hour and 30 minutes, man. Dude, y'all get on here late and just start going nuts. But shoot, man. But man, we gotta get out of this thing, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Like I said, we got 2 spots left on the guaranteed deal, man. You better jump in while you can. I got a feeling somebody gonna be jumping in those spots here in a little bit. And but shoot, man, we're excited, man. We're ready to go get after it, go get some deals, help some people change their lives, man, their whole situation. So, but shoot, man, we finna get out of this thing. Appreciate y'all for coming through. We're gonna do a little roll call, man. Rich, appreciate you coming through. John W, appreciate you coming through. My guy Greg, man, appreciate you for coming through. Nine some, I don't know, maybe that was a scammer or something. I don't know who that was. But let's see, CJ, what up, C? Coming through, man. Ali came through. Ali needed to hit me up, man. He already know what time it is. But man, we appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. So he says, man, we need this thing in the AM. Please text me, Ali. That's what you need to do. You need to text me. Ali. I'm to the point where I'm like, dude, man, we got to get you a deal, dude. Like, dude, Ali been on this thing since we in Cordero.
Since I think 87 back in, or 86, 87. That was, I forgot what year that was.
Ali, man.
Ali get on here and start making demands. Ali get on here and start talking to he said, hey man, we needed at 8 a.m. Speaking for everybody. When you see clearly everybody on here late at night, Ali, how about you just hit us up? That's one thing. And then another thing, Ali, dude, I need you to start putting your foot deep off into the pedal. Push that thing below the floor. Go hard. I know because I remember last time a couple months ago, Ali, you told us that you was taking a break on traveling the world and going back to your parents' house to get it right. Again, Ali, you can't afford not to go hard. So whether it's 8 a.m., that's where you getting your grind on, you working or whatever, dude. I need you, you know what I'm saying? You're going to come here and start muscling us around and telling us when we need to come on the live, got us scared for our lives and stuff like that. I'm going to need you to go hard too, dude. Because I know Ali, we done talked a couple times, man. We need Ali to be on here talking about what he doing to get his deals and so on and so forth, man. You got it.
You show up like Jaden showed up, like, dude, I'm finna buy Jaden showed up like, man, I'm finna buy 100 leads and call people a zillion times. Man. But anyways, man, we're finna get out of this thing, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Peace out.
All right, y'all.
Dude.